and welcome back to Lantern Corps. Today's Lantern Corps comes to us from NASCAR 453, was it? 453. That's the question. What Lantern Corps do the original OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, minus the Green Ranger, which was requested for this, belong in? It's Lantern time! And so I could do these individually. The problem is I don't think there'd be a lot of variety between them. Like a couple of them, for example, like Kimberly or Trini could do, or particularly Kimberly, you could maybe argue something other than some of the three we're going to have here. For instance, Love and Compassion are not on this list, but Love, especially because of what she had Tommy Oliver as a boyfriend for a little bit. You could definitely make an argument for Love, at least to a degree. Maybe a little Compassion on all their sides, but I think there's three main candidates when we're talking about them as a group, which is what we're going to look at. Right out the gate, Green. They're the standard protagonists that overcome great fear, monsters, all that. So Green's got to be on the list. It just has to. But coinciding with Green's cousin in the Lantern Corps, Blue, Hope. This one I think does make sense too. When shit gets real, everyone puts their faith in the Power Rangers. Everyone puts their hope in them. And so they are beacons of hope. They do. Now, their hope can waver. They have not always won, but I'd say you have to at least consider it. But the third option here, and this is the big one for me that I was wondering if I should or shouldn't, is that because of the morphing grid, because of their connection to it, they technically are emissaries of life to some degree. They are protecting life. Yeah, they're destroying monsters. But if a White Lantern Ring were to come to the Power Rangers, their goal is to protect life, not escalate situations or anything like that, and try to be as, cool about it as possible, pretty much. As safe about it as possible as they can. So I think White would have to be into consideration. Now, among these three, I think White probably is also the least likely, just because they still have to destroy shit. And they're not trying to, but they will, people do get hurt sometimes. They aren't always the most careful, especially when they're battling giant monsters and a giant robot. So, yeah. So that would leave us between Green and Blue. And I'd actually say I might lean towards Blue on this one. While individually, they might lose hope from time to time, as a group, they're usually a very tight unit, and they rely on each other very much. While Green is also very likely as well. In fact, you can even make an argument half the group, there's 5 of them, but a majority group maybe has Green Lantern rings, while the other part of the group has Blue Lantern rings. Arguable. You could make the argument. Or vice versa. Maybe there's just 1 Blue Lantern, 4 Green rings, or 4 Blue rings and 1 Green Lantern. Either way, they're going to strengthen each other. So that makes them a really tight-knit group. But I would probably lean towards Blue if I were to just do 1 Lantern Corps. Real quick, none of them have died, really, so it can't be Death Lanterns. There's no really shame in them. None of them have ever been happy their whole lives. None of them are really that greedy. As a group, they're not that greedy. They are compassionate as a group, but they don't, try to rehabilitate monsters or anything like that, so I don't really consider them, Lanterns of Compassion, nor are they doing it out of love, really. And they're not rage-fueled. Tommy was for a while, but they're not. Nor are they really all that feared. They're a problem. They are a problem for Rita and then Lord Zed down the line. But they're not really feared. So I couldn't go with fear. Overall, though, I'd probably say Blue. If we're doing just 1 Lantern Corps, I'd go Blue. But this is just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.